solve the issues that had brought them to the divorce court in the first place, and they would end up being married. Some, if for any choice, they didn't get married, but they remained friends nevertheless. But there's that element that they now see the wrong that they've done. They know where they've gone wrong, and they're able to reconcile those issues and get back to each other.
Thank you. Yeah, that's
Thank
good.
you.
Yeah. Thank you. So thank you again, everyone. Talking about now about next week. Is your slide? I don't know how you get today. So what is the book schedule for next week?
Jesus. Okay. The book schedule for next week is
So it will be by Fatu.
Fatu will be presenting.
Fatu is sleeping already.
Mind programming from persuasion and brainwashing to self-help and practice. What? By Elton Taylor.
Okay, so Fatu presenting next week. If there is an issue, she shall let us know, and we'll see how to go around that. Okay.
No, it's just like I didn't get a break. I just get straight to like next week is my turn.
You can switch with Thomas.
How? Why you say that?
Well,
I don't know how you make
You can suggest yourself. I like how you didn't suggest yourself.
Charlie just say you have to ask. Charlie said to ask why, so I'm asking the why.
No, I will present. I will.
All right,
present.
Fatu.
Thank you,
I
Fatu.
want you to be comfortable, and there's always room to make people comfortable.
I want to point out the fact that we start recording the presentation, our clubs, and since we are using the free version, it has a hard stop at 1 hour. So just after 1 hour, you hear that it stopped. But this time I launched another version, so it start doing it again. But I just wanna inform you guys, and after each meeting, I tend to share the link with everyone. If you want to go back, it's possible to listen to it again. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you too.
Thank you, Nassif. So I think that's what we got for next week, and after that week, I will be presenting Moonwalking with Einstein.
Both books are great.
Okay.
But by the way, who suggested this? If you are in my office, it's too late.
I did.
Only
wow. Thank you so much.
Now we had to ask him why.
Because he wants his wife to read it.
Why? Because it was a Steve Harvey show about couple staying together or couple having issue, and they brought this guy on the show multiple times, and he explained, and he will give answer on the spot, and you'll feel like this is a very, very inspiring idea about what to do or what to not do. Like he emphasizes on to not expose all of the issue or all of the happiness of the couple. He talked about, I think someone talked about Facebook earlier, and he says some of this stuff also. So when I listen to him multiple times in different shows, I feel like, okay, this is one of
better go for the source
to share and read and listening together. So that's why I put it on the schedule, to not, for us, it doesn't need to be too late, right? We need to be aware to not get to his office.
Yeah.
We don't want to get to his office.
Thank you. So, yeah, we broke a little bit photo rule today, and
That's
then
fine.
It was needed. It was needed.
Yeah, to
This
go.
advice was needed. I learned so much, and I thank everybody for your contribution. It's really needed for.
and and also from the question, also he talked more later. I don't know in the book, but about like prenom, some of the other stuff, and
Yes,
why you have to do it or why not to. And he explained,
yeah.
some ugly divorce and stuff that happened.
Mhm.
If you get a chance, I can share the link. There is a 2 hour video when he explained the
Please
book,
do.
and I can share it also if you listen to that and you get more insight about the book.
And a quick question: do you think it is advisable at whatever stage of the marriage to re sit together and have that honest, you know, debate of why are we into this together?
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
Yeah.
but me, when I read the book,
Mm.
I didn't try to answer that question because I've been in this for a while, and I'm comfortable in, I'm happy in, right? So it's not, back home we don't answer that question,
Yeah.
right?
Mhm.
So if you are in, because if you try to find why, sometimes you may not do what you want to do, right? So it's not about the why, but it's about how to make it work for people who are already married.
Okay.
For me, but that's my answer.
Yeah. Me, I will add that. How should I say? I tend to say to my partner that, my wife, should I say, that the wedding has to be daily wedding, which means that, oh, it's not because we married 5 years ago or 10 years ago that if our interests are no longer coinciding, we have to be obliged to be together. It has to be daily. So all the time analyzing whether it's still worth it to be together, one, and communicate. As he said, the other person cannot read your mind. You
Yeah.
have to communicate. If you don't communicate, is the problem there.
And
Thank
when the partner or when the spouse
you.
doesn't like it or shut it down or dismiss
Mm.
continuously.
Yeah, they do that when they don't have argument to present. When they don't have argument, they just shut down and don't want to talk. So
And don't
it's,
want to hear either.
yes. So you have to bring her in another way. Let me say it in different ways. That, let's say that you are having an issue, and that issue is a type of issue, and you know that that issue. You might bring up and say, "Oh, my friend James has the same issue. What do you think? How can you advise?" Even though that you know that is your issue, but you are presenting in different way, and listen to her advice. Her
Yeah.
advice most of the time is what she's supposed to be telling you, but she didn't have the courage to tell you because that one is
Does not
too
belong to
close
her.
to her.
So I would like to say, sorry, officially the today meeting is over. But if anyone want to stay on to
We
continue,
need counseling.
okay? If
Yeah.
anyone want to stay
I,
on,
I think
so,
my answer to you, Charlie,
Yeah.
is I think Arun is right. To be honest, we shouldn't even get to say there's gonna be some day when we ask that question. It has to be part of our daily conversation.
Hmm.
Um, we from what we say to each other, that should be obvious.
Mm.
And those are the things that we talk about because we talk about our feelings, we talk about our aspirations, we talk about what we hope for in future, our future aspirations. And those all those things those things are embedded in what has brought us together. But we also talk about where we started. Where did we start? What were we when we started? What were we looking for at the time when we started this thing? And then it becomes a daily conversation. It should never be there's a we will do it once a year, or we'll do it on the anniversary, or we'll do it, we do it every day. That's what we talk about, because we are now like one person. We should be almost sharing each other's thoughts, and each our word before everybody else knows what my partner is thinking. I should know about it, because we converse. We talk when we're at the table together. We talk when we're in bed together. We talk all the time. And it's these things that we need to be talking about. But it also goes with being honest with each other. And when there is that dishonesty, and we start to hold back, not because we are scared to talk, but we don't want to say things. Now we're being dishonest. Now it becomes a problem in the marriage. Dishonesty is a real issue.
Yeah.
So, thank you, Josh. Shally, I would like to add a little, not that much, a little more, like not to answer the question of why, right? Because I want to answer the question of why, I will tell you, marriage or wedding, let's say marriage, they say is the only war that you sleep in the same bed with the enemy.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
So from that, you have your answer, right? Because someday you feel like, is it the person I really married? Is it the person I really fell in love with? Is that a different person? Is that person doing, So to the answer of the question of why is to not try to go over there. But a healthy relation is the relation that you have trouble from time to time. If you're together and everything is just flat and smooth, it means someone is lying. Because if you genuinely express your feeling, and then it got to be conflict, it got to be disagreement. And that's why you have to, by talking, you sort out and you look together in the same direction. Sometimes you follow the woman, some other time you follow the man, you compromise, that's the word, right? And then you have the same goal, and you work together, and you think about the happiness of the other person. You don't put yourself first. And so that's what I will say about, but not to answer the why. I won't be able. You are in, and we are in together, and then until the end. Now, earlier I was saying the end, instead of divorce, it might be death. Sometimes the end might be dementia.
Oh yeah.
That's another thing. That the other person is just right with you, but that person doesn't know anything anymore, right? And who you are and all of that. So many end we don't know, right? But you get together. But again, it's like a war. We know how
Constant war.
it start. We know when we start, but we just don't know what's gonna happen next. But we are in together to support each other. That's my, I don't know if I answer you, but that's my kind of approach of answer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I
Thank
don't
you so
know.
much.
Apart from all the things we have said, I also would say that, let me put it differently. I have done some marital counseling, um, because you get trained to do this when you're in ministry, right?
Mhm.
So um, one of the first question I ask when a couple comes and they have issues is, I ask them if they still love each other. I ask each one, if you still love this person, and do you still love this other person. Most of the time, the reason they come for counseling is because they still love each other. And I believe that if there is still love, everything else can be fixed.
Yeah.
But if now there is no love, it is very hard to fix anything, because you cannot stay with somebody you don't love anymore. So I would then say, when we get married, when we are in marriage, let us constantly and continually working towards loving the other person. And the other person should therefore also reciprocate by loving the other person as well. And that in itself, if we do that, we can overcome anything else that comes our way. Because when we are together, there's something that's called synergy, where 1 plus 1 is not 2, but it's 3. We have this other divine power that we have that we cannot explain. And when we love each other, that power becomes so enormous that there is nothing we cannot overcome. I think a lot of the issues that I was talking about here would not even exist if there is love between the two people. There are questions that we could ask: why did we get into this? But sometimes I think those answers are secondary. But the main reason we got married is because we fell in love with each other.
Yeah.
And the same way we fell in love, we must continue to love each other from the very beginning to the very end.
Amen.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you so much. Yeah. And that touches the point where that Steve was raising before about the space of spirituality in this. Yeah, as he said, one plus one becomes 3. I remember we read a book where they even not only share thoughts, share this, but even pray together, make wishes together, and converge towards that, a higher power together by having the same wishes. It keeps people together, and that is very true. When you, because we are so limited, and if we could involve into quote God in whatever we are doing, we will get inspiration. Yeah.
Yeah.
I really love it. Yeah.
I want to add last thing that might be my last intervention.
This is
Is
an
the fact
interesting.
is the fact that child of mine was saying whether your partner will be talking or if she doesn't like to, or the spouse doesn't like to talk.
Mhm.
But we have to remember how to win friends and influence people.
Yes.
What do I mean by that? Is to accept, even though that you might be thinking that she's lying, your face will not show that. You let her be talking, because if you are changing your face, you are doing some grimace, then she might decide not to talk anymore. So we had to convey that as well. Say, oh yeah, let's go. Oh
Welcome.
yeah, yeah. Make sure that she's talking, because conversation is a double way street. So otherwise, it's going to be monologue. Thank you.
Awesome.
Thank you very much, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you again. So do not go to his office, okay? See you next week. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank
Good
you.
night.
Good night, everyone.
Good night.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
goodbye.
If
Good
I
night.
think
Good night.
the book that we want to read is on archive, or if someone want, I can provide as well.
Yeah, please.
Yeah, please.
Please.
Yeah.
Okay. See ya.
Yeah.
Friend
Me
Thomas,
too.
please don't forget to send that link of the video you talk about.
Okay, I'll do it now. I'll put it in the WhatsApp, okay?
Okay, thank you very much.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
bye.
Bye
Bye.
bye.
Bye.